Yeah, everybody is excited, and it's definitely something that is very highly anticipated. So I saw the other day with Alex Eala, yeah, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's a big interest. Athletes, really. So it's great. It would be great.
A controversy has erupted involving Novak Djokovic. And when someone with his stature speaks, the sports world naturally pays attention. Djokovic, a player who has spent decades competing at the highest level of professional tennis, rarely comments on off-court disputes, which is why his reaction has drawn so much attention. The situation centers around rising Filipino tennis star Alex Eala, whose arrival at the Indian Wells Open has already generated huge excitement across the tennis world. Reports circulating online claim that media icon Oprah Winfrey made remarks that some fans interpreted as offensive toward Eala and her supporters. Those claims sparked strong reactions from many fans, especially from the Filipino community that has passionately supported Ayala's rise on the Women's Tennis Association Tour. Djokovic's comments entered the discussion as he spoke about respect for players and their supporters, highlighting how deeply fans connect with athletes who represent them on the global stage. Ayala's story, traveling from the Philippines to become a rising force in professional tennis, has inspired many people around the world, and the intense support from Filipino fans reflects that pride. As the debate continues, the focus remains not only on the disagreement between famous figures, but also on the broader conversation about respect, representation, and the powerful connection between athletes and the communities that stand behind them.
Paula Deen was used as sort of like a symbol, but I think lots of people use that word inappropriately all the time.
That is when Novak Djokovic stepped in. The champion of his generation made it clear that silence was no longer an option. During a recent press conference, Djokovic was asked about the controversial remarks reportedly made by Oprah Winfrey, and his response was calm, precise, and deliberate. He did not raise his voice or lose his composure, but his message carried enormous weight. In fact, he did not even mention Winfrey by name, choosing instead to address the comments themselves. Djokovic stated that such remarks carry no real value in the world of tennis and emphasized that they do not reflect the reality of who Alex Eala is or what she has accomplished. He described Eala as one of the most highly anticipated players heading into the Indian Wells Open, making it clear that her growing impact on the sport speaks far louder than any outside criticism.
Yeah, everybody is excited, and it's definitely something that is very highly anticipated.
Novak Djokovic then took his message even further. Speaking firmly but calmly, he emphasized that tennis is a space defined by athletes, competition, and respect, not by outside voices making uninformed or divisive remarks. He made it clear that when someone uses a massive public platform to criticize or undermine an athlete who has worked tirelessly to reach the top, it is only natural that the tennis community will respond openly and firmly. Djokovic's approach reflected the same directness fans have seen throughout his career. He addresses uncomfortable issues head-on rather than softening them with vague language. His decision not to even mention Oprah Winfrey by name during the press conference was interpreted by many as a powerful statement in itself, suggesting that within serious discussions about tennis and the rising impact of Alex Eala, outside commentary carries far less weight than the achievements happening on the court. As the discussion continued, attention also turned to how Winfrey responded to the growing backlash. Many observers expected that the situation might lead to reflection or clarification, particularly given the strong reactions from fans supporting Eala and the broader Filipino community. The moment quickly became about more than just a disagreement between public figures. It evolved into a wider conversation about respect, representation, and the way athletes and their supporters are spoken about in global sports.
You know, you hear those, you see those fools on Twitter. Sometimes they say some of these ridiculous things, but nobody in their right mind is going to do that to my face.
Instead of accepting responsibility, Oprah Winfrey responded by dismissing the criticism, saying such comments were normal and insisting that nothing she said was wrong. Her reaction sparked even more debate as she pushed back against critics ranging from ordinary fans online to well-known figures in the tennis world. She also claimed that people criticizing her, including Novak Djokovic, would not challenge her directly in person. However, Djokovic's remarks had been made openly during a press conference, placing his name and reputation behind every word. For many observers, that moment shifted the discussion from a simple disagreement into a broader conversation about accountability and respect within global sports culture. Djokovic's support for Alex Eala goes far beyond this controversy. For years, he has spoken positively about her potential, calling her one of the most remarkable talents to come out of the Philippines and praising the dedication and resilience that helped her reach the highest level of the sport. Other legendary players have also expressed encouragement for Ayala's journey. Rafael Nadal, one of the most decorated champions in tennis history, has been among those offering support, while former world number 1 Kim Clijsters has highlighted the intense training, discipline, and competitive environment that shaped Ayala's development on the professional stage. Clijsters also pointed out that rising stars often need strong support systems around them when facing pressure and criticism. That idea connects closely with what Djokovic has emphasized, standing up for players when they face unfair negativity. Beyond speaking publicly, he has also advocated for Ayala's treatment at major tournaments, including discussions around scheduling and court placement during events like the Australian Open. He argued that a player attracting such massive attention deserves to compete on courts that reflect her popularity and allow fans to fully experience the atmosphere surrounding her matches. Throughout the entire situation, Alex Eala herself has responded with remarkable composure. In interviews, she has avoided attacking anyone personally, choosing instead to focus on positivity and gratitude for the support she receives from fans around the world. Even when facing criticism or controversy, she has said she prefers to keep moving forward with optimism and dedication to her game. That calm, respectful attitude has only strengthened the admiration many people feel toward her as she continues building her career on the global tennis stage.